The universe doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about me either. But what if I told you that everything we know, our sun, our planet, even your questionable life choices, happened because of a chaotic cosmic chain reaction, that a random explosion billions of years ago might be the reason you're here today, listening to this? Today, we're diving into the birth of our solar system, a wild story of destruction, creation, and the razor-thin chances that led to life as we know it. Once upon a time, like 4.6 billion years ago, space was just chilling, minding its own business, filled with a massive cold cloud of dust and gas called the solar nebula. Nothing special, just cosmic leftovers drifting around the Milky Way like space junk. Then, out of nowhere, boom! Something triggered a collapse. Maybe it was the shock wave from an exploding star, maybe it was the universe sneezing, but suddenly gravity took over, and this peaceful cloud started pulling in on itself, spiraling into chaos. As it collapsed, it spun faster, just like a figure skater pulling in their arms, except instead of a medal, it was about to give birth to an entire solar system. At the center, pressure and heat cranked up to insane levels, and eventually nuclear fusion kicked in. Just like that, the sun was born, our very own flaming space furnace, now blasting radiation in all directions and shaping everything in its orbit. But the sun wasn't done hogging all the attention. Around it, leftover gas and dust stuck together like cosmic lint, forming tiny particles that clumped into bigger and bigger objects. These growing space rocks, planetesimals, became the seeds of planets. The closer you were to the sun, the harsher things got. The heat was so intense that only metals and rock could withstand it, which is why we got Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, small, dense, and slightly traumatized by all the chaos. But farther out, it was a totally different vibe. Out past the frost line, where things were cooler, gases like hydrogen, helium, and water vapor could freeze into solid ice. This led to the birth of the giants, Jupiter and Saturn, which basically inhaled all the available gas like cosmic hoarders, and Uranus and Neptune, the weird ice giants chilling at the edge of the neighborhood. These massive planets weren't just big for no reason. They had a gravitational pull strong enough to shape the entire solar system, deciding who got to stay and who got yeeted into deep space. Meanwhile, moons were forming too, each with its own dramatic backstory. Some, like Jupiter's Ganymede and Europa, formed just like planets within swirling disks of gas around their giant hosts. Others, like Neptune's biggest moon, Triton, were cosmic kidnappings, objects that wandered too close and got snatched by a planet's gravity. Then there's our moon, which most scientists believe was born from a cataclysmic crash. Earth took a massive hit from a Mars-sized object, and the debris eventually clumped together into the glowing rock we now call the moon. Pretty metal, right? But just when things started settling down, the solar system threw one last tantrum. The gas giants, especially Jupiter and Saturn, went on a little joyride, shifting their positions and flinging asteroids, comets, and leftover debris everywhere. This period, known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, left the inner planets, especially Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, covered in craters. Some scientists even think these impacts delivered water to Earth, meaning we might owe our oceans, and by extension all life, to an interplanetary game of dodgeball. Fast forward a few billion years, and we've got the solar system we know today. Jupiter alone has over 90 moons, Saturn keeps showing off with its rings, and poor Pluto got demoted. But here's the kicker. Our solar system isn't even the weirdest one out there. Thanks to modern telescopes, we've found planets in other systems that defy all expectations, like giant gas planets orbiting ridiculously close to their stars, completely rewriting what we thought we knew about how solar systems form. Turns out the universe is just winging it. So what does all of this tell us? That the solar system, our home, was shaped by randomness, collisions, and sheer luck. The same forces that gave us Earth could have easily wiped us out before we even began, but against all odds, here we are. A species sitting on a tiny rock in space trying to figure out how it all happened. And now, it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think was the wildest part of our solar system's formation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's your chance to support the channel. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and I'll catch you soon in another video.